1 second of distraction, a lifetime of consequences. Welcome to our latest compilation of intense moments and extreme fails. Witness the power of nature and the unpredictability of life. Stay tuned, because this is going to be an intense ride. A second of delusion, a lifetime of regret. Insisting on crossing a broken bridge only to have both man and bike swallowed by the raging water. A heavy price for recklessness. Disaster strikes right beneath the feet. One wrong step into a deadly sinkhole amidst the flood, leaving no chance to fix the mistake. Never be careless when walking in flooded waters. A terrifying scene as the bus is swept away by the flood. A driver's wrong decision turned the trip into a tragedy. Life is everything. Do not challenge natural disasters. Death does not sleep when people are careless before a flash flood, standing too close to the edge only to be swept away in an instant. A costly lesson: natural disasters are not a place for sightseeing. A massive tornado sweeps through, hurling everything into the sky. Natural disasters are so harsh, humans seem so small against the wrath of nature. A powerful storm rips off roofs with debris flying everywhere like blades. In this violent gale, a single moment of neglect can cost a life. A massive tsunami surges in, submerging the entire coastal area. In just seconds, a lifetime of savings is gone. A truly heartbreaking scene. Raging floodwaters seem to swallow everything in their path. Vehicles and homes destroyed in an instant. Truly terrifying. At this moment, staying alive is the greatest blessing. The terrifying power of a natural disaster sweeping everything away in an instant. Don't trifle with nature's wrath. Survival is everything. Terrifying giant waves, survival is everything. Before the power of nature, all struggles become small, wishing for safety. A costly lesson in negligence. Forgetting to lower the dump bed not only destroys infrastructure but also endangers lives. Don't let a second of carelessness lead to irreparable consequences. Overestimating your skills by overtaking on a blind curve is pure madness. You're incredibly lucky to have avoided a head-on collision, a miraculous escape. Death must have been fast asleep during this moment. Your guardian angels were working overtime to pull you through that horrific highway crash. Staying alive is the greatest blessing. A second of carelessness, a device lost forever. Never underestimate wind force while flying. Even a small act can lead to a dangerous incident, a costly lesson in negligence. Talk about ancestors' protection. Death must have been napping to let these guys escape the bear's attack. Truly a miraculous escape. This kind of driver shouldn't be allowed on the road, showing extreme disregard for life. Driving on sparks like this is literally flirting with death. A permanent license ban is a must. Driving like a murderer. Their license should be revoked forever. Disregarding lives like this, they simply shouldn't be on the road. One second of distraction, a lifetime of regret. Never be careless while driving, a costly lesson for lack of attention on the road. Such pro skills only lead to a crash. Were you trying to join the circus or just enjoy having the bike crush you? How embarrassing! Thought it was cool, turned out to be a fool. Overestimated yourself and took a refreshing dive. What a perfect ending. Thought he was Tarzan, but ended up as a free-falling weight. Tried to show off for the girls, only to end up in total embarrassment. A classic case of a fake pro.
Oh my god! I'm dead. Oh my god, are you okay? Yeah.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, 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 shit.
Whee! Whee! Whee!
This is the highest level of stupidity. Trying to flip on a swing only to end up face planting on the ground. Absolute delusion of grandeur.
Right now.
Pure luck saved them from death's door at the last second. A split second of distraction on the cliff almost led to a collective tragedy. Extreme danger warning. Terrifying natural disaster spares no one. Landslides swallowed the road in an instant, leaving everything lost after one loud crash. Staying alive is the priority. The destructive power of nature in just a split second, a terrifying sight as a direct lightning strike shakes everything, reminding us survival is the top priority. Truly a case of death falling asleep and ancestors' protection, a group sheltering under a tree was struck down simultaneously but miraculously survived. Only immense luck could escape such a fate. Never trifle with natural disasters. A second of negligence filming near a window is a costly lesson as the giant tree in front explodes. Don't wait until it's too late to feel fear. Death visited the construction site unexpectedly. The lightning strike right next to the workers is an extreme warning. When a storm hits, don't try to work for even one more second. Just as he was flexing his speech at the wedding, lightning settled the deal for him. An embarrassing and soul-shaking moment. Clearly, fate didn't want him to show off. The steely discipline of a soldier. Despite a deafening lightning strike right next to him, the guard stood firm as a rock. Even death must respect that composure. Great fortune and ancestral protection for these cows. Death must have been napping, allowing them to narrowly escape becoming dinner right in front of the speeding train. Thinking they're smooth operators or supercars skipping the gates, only to get a terrifying wake-up call from the Iron Giant. Trying to test a train's toughness always ends in a total wreck. A terrifying scene as a flash flood breaches the walls. In just a few seconds, all possessions vanish. The force of the water is absolutely devastating. Talk about ancestors watching over them. The massive waves struck right at their heels and they escaped by a hair's breadth. A lifelong lesson about respecting the ocean. An entire mountain collapses in an instant. The power of nature is terrifying. In this situation, escaping with your life is the greatest blessing. Riding along and suddenly finding yourself in a hole, misfortune truly strikes out of nowhere. Luckily, the neighbors stepped in immediately, or who knows what would have happened.
这位丛林之王似乎意识到了，这里并不是丛林。
我去，你别吹过来撒！哦呦，这么大的龙卷风，我躲到哪合适？我看，我躲排检区里去吧，我看。
My trailer.
Probably chłopaków kultury słonska.
Yo!